We are live in the mix. For all of y'all who are following me, I see the statistics. I am very grateful for y'all. My name is Carl Wolfgang Schultz. I guess you could say that I am a music recording artist. I am really good at online marketing, building websites, writing blogs. I'm a normal guy. I just so happen to be a Marine Corps veteran, and I'm genuinely happy. I love God, and I love Jesus, and I'm a good friend, and I like to have a lot of fun. So this particular episode is going to be about how to publish a book on Amazon. I'm very much aware of Amazon, and there's a lot of different things you can do with Amazon. You can A, write books, B, you can sell stuff on Amazon, such as different products, and there's drop shipping. You can do Amazon FBA. You can give Amazon a bunch of inventory, and you can sell stuff, and there's a lot of ways to make money. So I want to cut to the chase. But I am right now currently involved in writing a book. I'm very close to being done. I just want to make sure it's really good. It's really short. It's the minimum, 24 pages. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I've never had a print book in front of me, and Amazon makes it really easy. So what I do is I write it up on Google Docs. I write the book, 24 pages, and then I proofread it. And then what I'll do is I'll upload the manuscript to or a PDF to Amazon, and then Amazon is going to review it, and within a couple days they're going to publish the book or make it live on Amazon. So I'm super excited. And it's called KDP, Kilo Delta Papa.com. All right, KDP, Amazon KDP. All that stands for is Kindle Publishing, I think, something like that. I've tried a lot of different other sites. I've tried fastpencil.com. CreateSpace got bought by Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know, Carl. You're an idiot. It's actually Amazon now, or whatever. I don't know. So why is this cool? Because it's virtually free. You don't have to pay anything, and then you're going to get a sale of everything. You can link your Amazon bank account. It'll go straight into your bank account if you don't like PayPal. Makes it very easy to do that. And where else can you get access to such a huge marketplace such as Amazon? You know, sharing the link to your new book, and as long as you're not doing anything stupid, you shouldn't get it taken off. Like, I'm pretty sure that most people are getting that stuff taken off because they're probably violating some kind of rule. And when I looked through the rules, there wasn't anything that really stood out. As long as you're not copying other people's material and you're trying to be original and you're not talking about, I don't even know if that has anything to do with what you're talking about. I think you can write whatever you want. I'm sure people could flag it and they can get taken out. But the point is here that, you write your book. You write your book, you do it PDF, save it to your local hard drive, right? Save it to a place that you can retrieve later. Because if something happens and Amazon kicks you off, because they've done that. I've gotten suspended for other things with Amazon. And what I'm saying is keep your book stored locally on your hard drive or wherever you store your stuff, Dropbox, it could be Google Drive, anything. And so say something else pops up. Somehow, somewhere later on, Amazon gets competition and they start competing with other people. And there's a different marketplace now that's available. There you can upload your book on your Google, that was stored locally on your hard drive. You get what I'm saying. You can have that book for a later date and upload it there. But right now, how cool is it? You could get physical books. You could get like 10 of them. You could buy 10 of them. And then you could sell them to your friends or whatever you want to do. Just like, hey, I'll give this to you for $5. You can preview it. Let me know if you want it. And so it's really cool. Like, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna give this book I'm gonna sell it like candy. It's gonna be fun. But that's pretty much it, And then you're gonna have metadata that you'll need to fill out on KDP.com as you upload your PDF. There's other things you need to do, like write title, and stuff like that. But in the description, and some of the reasons why people should buy your book. And other than that, there's different options. I think something called Kindle Unlimited, where it'll go to Kindle, your book, be a print book, and it'll also be sold internationally or something like that. Or if you want to choose to exclusively sell it on Amazon only, they'll make it more available or something. But why not give that a try? That's pretty cool. That is really cool. Amazon is like the only thing I don't like about Amazon is it's easy to get kicked off. But if you're doing stupid things like I was doing, where I was basically drop shipping things I didn't own, and I was constantly getting poor customer service shipping, that's where you screw up. But hey, at least I tried. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about copyright and people getting mad about taking things down. So you're not going to run into that issue if you're writing a book. You're going to have a really good shot at making a lot of money with this. It's big. It's really huge. And I think a lot of people are always worried about writing books and stuff like that. And I was too, but I'm not. It's hard, especially since I'm a Christian and I have a lot of stuff around that. For the longest time, I didn't want to tell. There was a lot going on with the war with ISIS and stuff like that, and people, there were people getting their heads chopped off, and there's a lot of violence and protests over religion and war and nationality, and I was scared there for a while. I didn't know what to do. And so, where am I going with all this? What I was saying was, when you write your book, you can't hold back. You don't want, I feel like people want the truth. And when you speak the truth, people are going to know if you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything, sort of a deal. And so that was important to me in this book, is to be brutally honest with people, especially around areas such as pornography, politics, growing up, parents being abusive. There's a lot of things that we don't talk about. And yeah, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm in my own place, and all that stuff. But I think we worry too much about what other people say. We worry a lot about what they say about us, and I'm guilty of it. But I think, I learned a lot, through religion, through my religion, and I just learned a lot. And so I'm not afraid to put that in the book. And I don't think anybody's going to come to my house, and get out of your house, Carl. We want you because you love Jesus, or something like that. I don't really know. I think we think a lot of things. So it's the same for your book. And if I can encourage you at all, it's to don't play it safe. Don't play it safe when you're writing your book. And that's where I am right now. That's how I feel right now. That's what I think you should do. With the tools that I have right now, I may be ignorant, but I'm just saying, I think a lot of these books that I'm reading, what goes into a good book? I've noticed that a lot of these books, they're beating around the bush. They take stuff and they make it it's, for example, a lot of things come from the Bible, right? And people take the stuff from the Bible, they repackage it, they write stuff, and there's so much fluff, and that drives me insane. I feel like they could just summarize that thing in one page. So my goal of my book, I'm kind of promoting it right now, because one of the things for mine is I want people to have the tools that they need. People don't cut to the chase enough. It's I don't even think I can do it, but I'll try. This is how some of the books go. Do you want to be successful? If so, act now. We live in a universe full of hope, full of dreams, and if you constantly have this focused in your mind, I can't even do it. I'm butchering it right now. But there is so much mystery to what they're saying that they're never actually coming down to earth and saying, look, this is what you need to do. A, B, and C. You can believe it or not. And I don't know if you guys feel that too, but oftentimes I feel like people are just having me run in circles, and they're not direct. I'm trying to give a good example, but what I'm saying for you is it would help me out a lot if you wrote a book that was really good. I mean, there's fiction, there's a lot of other things, but for me, the kind of learner that I am is I enjoy when people talk to me in a way that's helpful. I love self-help stuff, but I don't like things that are so, there's no evidence, that sort of thing. I don't like any of that. A lot of the stuff people are just repackaging. It's getting old. And I like it when people are straight with me, like, Carl, you're a screw-up. You watch too much porn. You need to stop. I like it when people are direct with me, not when they're beat around the bush and they're saying, hey, well, they never hit on any points. So they're not upfront. They're just kind of like brushing it off. I don't know. So anyway, that's how you write. That's kind of how you write a book on Amazon. And this is 2018 that we're in, late 2018, October. But yeah, other than that, I wanted to share with you my future hopes right now are. This is what I've been up to. As I end this podcast episode, I just want to be straightforward with you on what I've been doing lately that has contributed a lot to my success. And I am a billionaire, all right? I'm just kidding. So anyway, look, here's what's been working for me lately. And I'll just start listing them off. Maybe you've heard of this stuff, maybe you haven't. One of them is the Amazon Kindle publishing, or the KDP thing, right? I just told you about printing and physical books and digital books. The next thing is Zazzle.com, where it is the ultimate way, I feel like, to make money. It is the perfect business model. I encourage you to go there and see what I'm talking about. Basically, you create items and you can resell them, and you don't have to deal with shipping, customer service, returns, and you're just free to have your own store. And just believe me when I say that that is the way to go. If you ever hear about drop shipping, stuff like that. And I already told you about my Amazon story and how that was a failure. But this right here is where I am now. So you just get smarter, I guess, with things, and you sometimes you luck out, and I did with Zazzle.com. And I'm hoping, I'm aiming to have goals to reach a lot of money so I could pay down my car debt and my student loan. The next thing that's working for me, obviously, is going to church, thanking God. I thank God every day. I always ask God to show me the way and to help me, and that's really personal to me. I put God above everything else. And for you, I know you might be in a place like where I was, where you weren't sure. Maybe you grew up in a Catholic church or something, or I don't know, but maybe you're like kind of teeter-tottering. You don't know if you want to be a believer, or maybe you're just a free spirit. I don't know what it is, but if you were where I was at, and I wasn't doing very well in life spiritually and everything, and I had nothing to really believe in. I just believed in hard work. Well, what worked for me was just surrendering to God, surrendering to Jesus, that whole thing, and my whole life just changed. When you have something to believe in, it really helps out a lot. And again, if you're anything like me, man, I was in a big city just running around the streets trying to just find something to believe in. Like, it was hard. All I had was my music. And over the years, I've learned that God is good. And if there's anything I can say, it's follow God. So that's, I think, the third thing, right? The fourth thing is goals, setting goals. When you focus on goals, write 10 goals every day, right? You could be morning, night, whatever. Write 10 goals every day. Mine, for example, mine are, I earn $25 per hour by January 1st, 2019. The second goal would be the same thing, present positive tense and personal tense. So it always starts with I, action verb, which is in the present tense, and then you put, I think, like a date. You always want to date it too. So my third one would be I pay $20,000 in car debt by March 13th, 2020. Like, so it's very specific. That's the next thing for goal setting. And you just write 10 of them on a legal pad, and don't make it complicated. All right, so the next thing that's really working for me is, what is working for me? Keep a job. That's a big thing. There's a lot of people trying to make money online, and that's cool. They're doing well, but for me, keeping a day job has helped out a lot. And always be trying to increase your rate per hour. Me, I don't make that much money, right? I really don't. But what I am good at is hustling online like Airbnb, trying to lower my biggest monthly expense, which is my housing. And I'm always trying to get that down as low as possible. In the meantime, I'm always creating these opportunities for me to make more money. I'm always trying to get lucky. And the way I do that is I release music, right? I produce music, something I truly love, and I try to, maybe that'll blow up someday, but you got to start now, right? And it takes me like 10 years just to make a few bucks. But you start with the brand, whatever your brand is. Mine's Wolf Official. You start there, and then you try to just keep every venture you go off onto, make sure you get your brand out there. And then that way you never can fail, right? Because you stuck with the brand and all that cool stuff. So then, what was I going to say? So I do things like that. I try to live cheaply. I try to cook all my own food because eating out is expensive, even though I love to eat out. The next thing I do is, so I keep a job. Oh, I always put money away. You can do it with cash. Always have like a reserve, or put some money in another checking account. But then investing is something I do. I like Robinhood. I use Robinhood. Robinhood is a great way. Robinhood.com. You'll see it. You can invest in an index fund. That's all I'm going to say. Index funds are low cost, and you're spreading the risk along a lot of things. Don't try to pick individual stocks. That's like Warren Buffett in a nutshell. It all points to index funds. It's reliable, all that stuff. The next thing is keep getting lucky. Keep trying to get lucky. Whether it's Kindle publishing or investing in Bitcoin. Always be trying to set yourself up, because I made money with Bitcoin and it blew up, and it's going to blow up again. And that's what you got to do. You just, I might be getting you excited and stuff like that. Just be mindful that anything could happen. You just need to make sure that you're safe. Put some money off to the side and stuff like that. And okay, so the next thing is, I would say that's working for me, is talking to people and networking. I love the city that I live in, and it's a small town, and I try to get to know everybody, because we all got each other's backs. If something happens, we can go stay with them, or they can stay with us. I don't know. It's just nice to know people, right? And so, yeah. The other thing is, we already talked about reducing your monthly rent. You could buy a duplex, buy multifamily properties. That's my next advice. Stop renting, stop buying single-family houses, buy multifamily so that you can Airbnb or rent the other units out with a private entrance. And what else do we got? Well, get out of debt. Debt is not good. The only time I would argue that debt is fine is when you're buying a house. But make sure it's a multifamily first. That's, I don't know. So, the other thing that's been working for me is probably just forgiving myself for things, not getting too worked up if I screw up and I watch porn or I go and drink alcohol or I smoke weed or something. I don't know. I try to forgive myself. I'm not perfect, and nobody is, but I feel like the quicker that you can respond to forgiving yourself, the better you are at just moving on and not holding grudges on yourself or anything like that. And it's a really good idea to forgive yourself and forgive others. It's so important. I had to forgive my family. They didn't even do anything wrong, but I had to forgive them because I was having hate in my heart. Well, not hate, but I just didn't want to, talk to them. But I forgave them. They're all perfect. Even in the Bible it says, do not despise your mother when she's in her old age. You got to forgive people. We're going to get older. We're going to have things that happen. I'm grateful. But there's going to come a time when I won't have, my immediate family there, it just kind of sucks. But, so use the opportunity now to forgive the people in your family. Don't take people for granted. Never take them for granted. Oh, which leads me to my next point. I'm going to end this right after this note because this has been 20 minutes, man. But the last thing I want to say to you is be grateful. I know you probably heard it 1,000 times, but just remember, The simple things in life people don't do, and it's gratitude. Remember, gratitude is the answer. When you are grateful for things, you're making room for other stuff to come into your life. The more I sit down on my legal pad and I write, what I'm grateful for, it doesn't have to be like a huge sentence. I just write dogs, cats, meow, like the cats meow. Like I just write little things, but I write it down and it programs into my head. It says, you know what, I am grateful for that. And I constantly write what I'm grateful for. And more things happen and they come into my life. You're going to be a millionaire. You're going to be a billionaire. But right now is the time to appreciate what you have. Right now is the time to appreciate what you have. I don't live in a big house. I don't make a ton of money. Some people might think. But there's always going to be more things that come into your life, and you've got to stop and be grateful no matter what. There are so many books on this subject, including the Bible, including Man's Search for Meaning. There's the Magic by Rhonda Byrne. There's so many books, and it's so important. You have to stop, and I do it all the time. I'm like, Carl, you're not making this, or you're not making that, or why can't you have this? And it's all greed. That's all it is. That's all greediness. It has nothing to do with money sometimes, And you just got to stop and say, you know what? I am grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you for everything in my life. And again, like if you're anything like me growing up how I did, I didn't have this foundational support. And so I had to figure it out on my own. And I'm here to save you time. Cut to the chase. Keep life simple. Everything we've talked about was very simple. Giving thanks. Praise God. Simple things. It's always going to be simple. And that's what I've learned, And then, So I told you how you just, write a list and stuff like that. So wherever you are in life, and maybe it don't look how you want it to look yet, always have that belief that it's going, and that faith that it's going to work out. And just be grateful. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I don't ever want to see you, pouting and stuff like that, because you're alive. If you're hearing me right now, you are alive. And with that being said, stay in gratitude. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, stay in gratitude. Stay in that space, and you're going to do just fine. All right, y'all. My name is Carl Wolfgang Schultz. Go to wolfofficial.com. Subscribe to my email list. I'm starting to email a lot more. Follow me on Instagram at wolfofficial. And buy my new book that's coming out. Go on Amazon. Look for the author, Carl Wolfgang Schultz. I'll be on there. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, wherever you are, throw a thumbs up. Subscribe to me. I've got a lot of music coming out. I just released a new album called Baby You're the Best. Look it up on YouTube. That's the easiest way. It's on Spotify as well. Pandora now. We're making it happen. I got another song coming out. My goal is January 1st, 2019. It's going to be called Billionaire on Your Birthday. I'm getting into the rap game, and I'm super thrilled that you're all listening. I know you hear me, and my goal in life is to inspire you. Again, I didn't come from the richest of family, but I have been blessed, and I'm going to keep trying to help people, and that's my goal in life, is to help people. I want them to succeed. I want to realize that there's an abundance for a lot of people. So follow me, hang with me, guys. I'm right there with you. Don't stop believing. Whatever it is your passion, you just keep believing, all right? Don't give up, and you're going to be fine. Stay persistent and have lots of love in your heart. All right, guys. See you later.